All right, guys, so I'm excited for this review and unboxing and whatnot because I've actually wanted this fragrance for quite a while and finally just went ahead and pulled the trigger and grabbed it. This is from Lattafa. It's called Jasoor. It is a twist, dupe, schmoop, inspo, whatever, yada, 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 of a very, very popular Valentino fragrance called Coral Fantasy, part of their Men Born in Roma, blah, blah, blah. It's got like 1,000 syllables. Doesn't matter because I don't have that fragrance and I'm not buying it right now. But if I like this enough, I might pick it up some point in the future. So I'm hoping that this will be an enjoyable fragrance overall. So let's go ahead and get the front of it, unbox it real fast. It's a box in a box, okay? It's a box-shaped bottle inside of a box inside of another box. Okay, let's pop it out. I will go ahead, that was terrible sounding. I will go ahead and say this box is ugly. I'm sorry, this bottle's kind of ugly. So I hope it smells really good because I'm not a big fan of the bottle. It kind of has that same kind of vibe if you've ever like bought Rams Gold or Rams Silver where they just seem to just throw a ton of various shapes and letters into the combo and like you're supposed to be like, oh yeah, that's so like kitschy and cool. I'm not a huge fan, but it doesn't matter because I care about the juice inside. Let's go with and that looks funky too. I was expecting the atomizer to be down here somewhere. Okay, that just looks kind of silly. All right, let's talk about the notes real fast before we jump into the actual review because I can't do it without knowing the notes first. So it opens up with apple, cardamom, and bergamot. So I expect kind of a sweet aromatic kind of opening. Middle notes of lavender, tobacco, and then geranium. And then base notes of tonka-leather, vetiver, and patchouli, which are all very nice, long-lasting base notes. I'm most interested in how that tobacco, lavender, and apple kind of come together because that sounds interesting. That sounds very pleasant overall. Let's go ahead. Oh, I should probably check when this thing was produced because that can sometimes matter for the maturation that needs to take place. This was, oh, not produced all that long ago. That's a newer bottle. It's I think this came out in 2023, but this was produced in September of 2025, so it's not that old. This might need to sit in the bottle after I spray it a few times, but we'll see. It might be just fine. Standard atomizer, very, very nice. Puts out a good bit of juice. All right. Okay, that's nice. That's like a it's a lot. It's very similar to some like the Hugo Man, Hugo Boss kind of stuff that's out there, at least in that opening. But it's a very, very clean, smooth, almost kind of sugary, syrupy, sweet apple, bergamot, cardamom in the opening, and the lavender is just barely sticking on there. So now, as always on this channel, what we do is we spray on paper just like I did, and then I spray on skin, and then I can tell you about the differences and how like the fragrance kind of presents itself because skin tends to be around 98.6 degrees, paper is around 70, 68, I think right now in this house, which means all those various fragrance oils don't aerosolize as quickly on paper, but on skin they do, which means typically you get more citrusy, more sweet on skin when you spray directly. There, do 2 quick sprays, let it flash for just a second. You know what, I'll do both sides just so I can check for longevity, see how this survives the night, and then we'll go from there. I'll put the lid back on. It's a nice, high quality lid, but it's an ugly bottle, I'm not gonna lie. All right. Okay, it's much more, the citrus comes out harder. So that bergamot citrus comes out much harder on skin, but in a good way. It's not bad. It just makes it more crisp. So instead of being super syrupy, sweet, it becomes a little more crisp and refreshing. Yeah, that's excellent. That's nice. A little bit of lavender coming through. I'm not getting the tobacco notes or any of those base notes yet. But so that means it's not a very linear fragrance. It's going to be more complex, going to break down, and as time goes on, I should smell those other notes come through. But yeah, we'll come back. What you will see is me blip out of existence for a split second, then I come back and I'll talk to you about all the things like longevity, projection, how the notes break down over time on my skin. And yeah, that's about it. And then I'll give you my basic impressions. But for me, it's going to be like a day or two. For you, like again, a split second. I'll be right back. All right, I've worn it for several days, and for y'all, it's been just a split second, but let's go ahead and talk about Jasoor from Lattafa and just how it goes. wearing it and how it kind of presents itself over time. So first off, that opening of God almighty, I'm tired. Apple, cardamom, and bergamot. That is the big projector for like the first hour. That's what you notice the most. The dry down is a lavender tobacco kind of combo. And when you get down to that skin scent level, that's when that tonka and leather combo comes out. And I don't get a whole lot of vetiver, but I do notice the patchouli, that kind of sweet, sour patchouli smell. That's mostly at the skin scent level. Primarily what projects outward for about 3 to 4 hours, maybe a little longer if you overspray, is gonna be that tobacco combo, lavender combo. The first 45 minutes is gonna be that fruity opening, and then it's mostly a tobacco dominant scent after that. And then after about 5 hours, it's essentially a skin scent. And again, you can overspray, maybe get more lifespan out of it, but what really projects hard is those opening notes and that tobacco and lavender. So as far as just quality, it smells great. It's a great fragrance, and you can find this for like, I think under 30 bucks typically. I think I paid for like 28 for mine or something like that with the shipping and taxes and other fragrances included in the order. So under 30 bucks, 100 ml bottle, EDP concentration with that kind of performance isn't bad. If you're looking for something that's gonna be beast mode and last you all day and project on hour 12, you know, that's not this. And it's not most fragrances, but for that kind of combo, it's very masculine, kind of sexy kind of fragrance. That's what I get out of it. So it's not a college kid fragrance, in my opinion. This is more of like a, hey, I want to smell nice, sweet, but I also go to work and I'm over 30. It's that kind of fragrance. It's just nice. You can wear it any time of year, summer, spring, fall, winter, doesn't really matter. I'd say I'm more inclined to wear it fall and winter, but the opening notes and the rest of the dry down at nighttime, any time of year maybe would seem appropriate. If you're someone who like is a stickler for, I want to wear a fragrance that kind of matches the temperature or the weather. Other than that, there's not much else to say about it. Sorry the bottle's so ugly, I wish it weren't. But yeah, it's just a nice fragrance. It's well done. The sweetness is like the apple in the opening is like a spicy, sweet apple, very smooth and enjoyable. When you spray it on, it does fill the room for like the first 15 minutes or so, which is very nice. If that's kind of how you start your day off. Be cognizant of that. Don't be the kind of person that sprays it on in the car before they walk into work, because you might overdo it and be a little less office safe. But once you let this thing kind of tamp down in that first 30 minutes, it's a very office safe, friendly fragrance. I find it just alluring and pleasant. So not much else to say about it. I like it a lot, especially for the price point of under 30 bucks. That's Jasoor from Lattafa. There you go. Have a great day. Thank you so much for watching.